Hey guys, it's Casey and welcome to our vlog. Today, our vlog is starting later than usual because on Wednesdays we don't go work out and we don't do all of the other things because it's a late start day for our school in our area, so it means our daughter doesn't have to go to school until a little bit later. So we take advantage of it and we sleep in. So that's awesome for us to be able to do that because honestly we used to get up so early as teachers and be there for all the meetings and all the things, and plus running our own kids and getting them to their schools and all the things. So Wednesdays we love because it's delayed and we have a little bit more time to get things together in the morning, especially because we're not running a 9 to 5 operation. Like, we haven't had 9 to 5 for a while. Basically, we go work out, we get here around 9. We don't get home until 6, 7, sometimes 8 o'clock at night, especially when we're super busy. And that is usually Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. We try to take one day off if we can. Jeremy has not been able to. He's been coming in to print because we just have too much work, which is a good thing. That is a good thing. There was a time last year when that wasn't the case. This year that is the case. So it's one of those things where as a business, sometimes you're just busy. That's the part of it that people don't understand. To be successful in a business, sometimes you just have to put that extra time in and do those extra things. Like when I'm at home, we're working on other things too. So it doesn't leave because we leave. You just keep going. And a lot of people are like, oh, you get to make your own schedules. It's so great. Your schedule is now 24 hours a day, right? So if you're a small business, let me know in the comments if you know exactly what I'm talking about, because it's just definitely not the picture that everybody puts out there. So I'm starting out today. I have an order where I do make these really cool ornaments and signs. I have to get some more designs out for them because it's just a standard thing that I make, like a standard template. And right now it's like a pontoon boat. It looks stained glass and it has an American flag on it. So I had someone in Idaho who does order from us regularly. They ordered these ornaments for their store, and so I'm going to be making those today. So lasering. I don't get a laser all the time. I do have an Omtech 60 watt. I did recently, or I should say Jeremy recently, moved our laser up front. So I do have just a makeshift piece that I'm using for the window right now because the exhaust was actually hooked up to our large exhaust system in the back with the DTF stuff. And that's not what it's going to be like up here. It's going to be like like you would have normally your window exhaust, which is fine. But I got to cut a piece for it. And I just don't have that piece yet. So we are makeshifting with what we have. So let's go ahead and get that into the window. It is colder today. So last time I used this, it was warmer, so it wasn't a big deal. It's not totally cold. This is what it's going to be for now. It looks really bad, I know. That's okay, that's okay. Alright, so I'm going to get some wood and then we're going to get started on lasering. I usually always use the same lasering materials all the time, so there's not a lot of guesswork to it. And I just save those and then I just reuse them all the time. Because there's nothing, when you're making a lot of volume like we are, when you have to spend time to go back and figure out what you did and what you used, it's just not beneficial all the time. Jeremy is over there doing shirts, so I'm going to go get the material and we'll go check on him. So it looks like Jeremy is doing two things, and yeah, we know it's loud. So it looks like he's doing shirts and you're printing.
Yeah, so our hydraulic press is close enough to our director film printing area where I have to just go back and forth trying to get stuff done, especially with being extra busy right now. But the printing runs fairly autonomously, but I have to keep an eye on it. You just have to make sure that the quality of the printing is doing right and everything's running correctly.
And as he says, he can multitask, and I can't.
We do plenty of it, for sure. So it's just sometimes three things going. I have the embroidery's not too far away. I already ran some embroidery, but sometimes all three things are going at one time, and you're getting to the point where you get busy enough and we can have some more help. We're trying to get over the hump of that, so that's just the fun of it.
Yeah, actually that's what I said this morning.
Yeah.
I said we gotta get help.
Yeah, we're getting there because you
Yeah.
just weren't busy enough to have help here and working on getting somebody that's part-time, full-time, so on and so forth. It's just a crazy situation. Everybody goes through that with business and growth, but
And like currently we're just doing a ton of wholesale, but we're getting ready to get back into the other stuff. And so that just amplifies up. And so it's just one of those things where you have to have multi-streams going at one time. But you have to get to the hump when the one stream is so busy that you're afraid to put in the other stream because it's scary. But
at the same point, we're putting in hopefully some systems as we go.
Yeah.
So when people come in, things are better organized to explain and people to pick up on how things need to be done, and not have to go over it a million times because we're disorganized. So that's another part of the process of it.
It's not that we try to be disorganized. We're just organized in our own way, but we need to be organized in a way that other people will understand.
Yep.
It's just like being teachers again.
Oh, yeah.
You got to think about what works for other people.
We've all had many positions where we've managed people in other businesses and schools and so on, but it's different with your own business because you start off just you, and then you're trying to get to where you're having other people do stuff. But
right. Like what makes sense to me.
I gotta go check this.
See, now he's on the move already. All right, so I got the wood that I'm using. So I'm just using some thin plywood. And it already is really clean, and so I don't have to do anything with it because, like I said, it is a natural looking thing. This is for a lake, and so it's a store at a lake. All right, so it's pretty natural looking, and so let's go ahead and get started with getting everything in here ready. Now, like I said, everything's already set for what I'm using. So I do like to, first of all, my bed needs cleaned, you guys. I know that. It desperately needs cleaned. So I like to use magnets to get it off, basically, so it's not sitting right on the base here. So I use these magnets, give it some lift, so then I don't have as much burn or char on the back. So let's turn everything on and then get it lined up to where it needs to be. Like I said, I haven't had it up here all that long. So what it's doing first, it's just engraving the name in on it. And I know it's hard to see now, but that's exactly what it's doing. And you can see it's just a little bit line in it. So we'll check in on it in a minute and see where we are. Alright, so those are done, so let's check it out. So here's what we got. And they're honestly a little bit lighter than I want them to be. So I might actually, we'll see. I might actually go back over them one more time. Okay, so I decided to go back over them. I still have to go over them, but I want to show you the difference. I just made it a little bit darker. I am going to have to do some cleaning on them, but that's okay. So here's the comparison. So look at that. Big difference. Just because I went a little bit deeper, that means that it's darker, so you could actually read it a little bit better. That's just a little too light. So I may lose a couple of them, but that's okay. I'd rather lose a couple of them than them just not be dark enough. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and just let them rerun just the print part, just because I want them to be nice, because they are going in the store. This isn't like for a hobby or something like that. This is for a product that someone's selling. So what happens is after I clean it, they have too much, like, make sure it's running. If they have too much like soot or yelling on it, then I clean it off with alcohol. I know some people use like a baby wipe, but I prefer to use a little alcohol wipe or just a towel with some alcohol on it, and I just clean it off. And it just cleans up really nicely, makes everything look super clean and new, and that's kind of the goal for these. So I'm going to let those keep going, and then I'll have to cut the backs, and then I have to put the images on, which that's my secret. That's how I do those. I don't really share that with other people. And then, let's see. And then we're going to package them up and ship them out. But Jeremy did order lunch because he was already saying, when is lunch? Like normal. So we will be having ham and cheese sandwiches today from a local restaurant across the street, actually. It's known as a buffet pizza place, but we get the sandwiches. That's what we get. So I will show you our lunch when it gets here. All right, so Jeremy's back with lunch, and it is a late lunch. Like, it's what, 2 o'clock? So it's a late lunch. So he got, it's always lunch. I know it's always late. Okay, what did you get?
So I get a pizza Stromboli. It's got, I go light on the pizza sauce, and then it has pepperoni, mozzarella, sausage. That's it on this. I think they have a pizza Strom that has veggies and stuff, but I'm not a big into that.
And you get chips, and you can have a pickle, but we don't ever get the pickle.
Yeah.
Which is funny because we have pickle merch.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that like pickles. I'm just not a big fan of pickles.
We have some pickle lovers in our family. All right, I got just a ham and cheese sandwich. Now, when I order it, I get they put 2 cheeses on it, but I don't like cheddar with mine. I just don't like that. So I just get the mozzarella.
I don't know if a lot of people would, honestly. Maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah, okay, let us know in comments if you like cheddar on your ham and cheese.
Yeah, for sure.
And I also skipped out on the pickle too, so.
I mean, I probably wouldn't mind it. It just depends on the cheddar.
I just think it's weird. Like, it's a mixture on there that I don't think I'd like.
Ham and Swiss or ham and provolone is like the go-to, so I'm not sure why they decided to do cheddar.
And I'm picky anyways, so I'm not trying to change things up, like, and make it what I don't like.
Yeah, I don't know about these types of bags they got here.
Oh, the chip bags?
Yeah. I'm not sure if there's like they're like this all over the country, but they changed the bag, and I don't know if they're maybe a higher biodegradable.
Does it say anything on them?
I don't know. I don't think there's anything like at this point talking about the bag. They just changed it. Maybe they just like sometimes they just change the bag up just to make things look new. So.
It does say on there now, no artificial flavors, preservatives, MSG, and gluten-free.
Yeah.
I don't remember on the top. I don't remember if it said that before.
Promoting the thing. I don't know if it's any different though. But like for normal, there's just promoting things that are like higher. People are looking for now. So. I don't know. Anyway.
All right, we're gonna eat our lunch, and then we may film a little bit more. Like I said, I'll show you when my stuff is done. My ornaments. Or keepsakes is what I call them, but right now it's still lasering because I had to redo those ones. It happens though. I didn't like how it wasn't dark enough. Alright guys, so I'll check back in with you one last time before we call it a day, even though it's not a day, but whatever. Alright guys, so I did get these done. This is what they look like. So they have the lake name. This is Lake Coeur d'Alene. I don't know if I said that right. And then they have the city and state. Some people just put state. You can pretty much put whatever you want on them. It's just a custom line. Again, these are wholesale. So if you're looking for wholesale from us, these are on fair. So you could either get them with the hole in them to be an ornament or a keepsake. They can also be a magnet, or we make larger ones to hang on the wall. So that's what they look like. I think they are really pretty. And like I said, I'm going to keep this shape and add some more designs in there. But I'm not sure what I'm going to add yet. But they're just a really nice keepsake ornament. And they would look good like hanging up in your house or what have you. But yeah, that's what they look like completely done. So I made 10 of them. So these 10 are going out. And then they have a lot of shirts. So I'm going to get off here and start cutting and tagging. And then I'll see you guys again soon. Thanks for stopping in. Make sure that you like and subscribe so you can get notifications when we post our videos. And it always helps encourage us to keep going. And if you have any comments, let us know in the comment sections and we'll answer what we can. And then I will put the link to our website in there too. And it also has the information if you would like to get a wholesale order from us. So guys, I hope you have a great day. Thank you. Bye.